you? Why you can't be driving and talking to us though?
I'm about to pull over. I'm gonna pull over right now.
I remember you. I remember you because you came on solo. Then you came on with a girl that you had met or she had caused, and then y'all were together. And we were like, well, why don't you two just date? What's your name again?
I just pulled over. Let me get.
The all-new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now.
Get off here. Okay. Hey, good
Okay, so you
evening.
have an update. What's your name again?
Dio.
Dio, what's your update?
No updates. I'm still
You're
single.
still single?
Yup, no updates.
So what happened? Okay, do you remember what happened to that lady that you called us? And or who called us? Did she call
She
us or
called.
did you call her?
She called. She called.
She called and you were at her house and y'all were just friends.
Yep.
Did y'all friendship ever grow?
We remain just friends.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you want to do it for your second time?
Yeah, I told you I'll come back. So I think I've waited I've waited a little. I figured I'll come back.
Okay, you ready to try it again?
Yes,
So Dio, where are
ma'am.
you calling us from again?
Chicago, North Side,
Come in, please. Chicago North Side. And what's your zodiac sign?
Aries.
Say again.
Aries.
Aries. Aries. How old are you again?
I just turned 38 in March.
38 in March. Okay. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a logistics broker, and I started a government contracting firm in January last year. So I have a government contracting firm and also event coordinator.
Okay. So you said you're an events person?
Event coordinator. I run event coordinator for a friend of mine.
Event coordinator. Okay. Um, hello, hi, yes, I'm working. I'm sorry. You can leave at the door, please. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's fine.
And by the way, let me take off my hat so people can see me without my hat. So yeah,
You didn't have to take off your hat if you didn't want to.
It's okay.
Okay. All right. Well, let's try it again. So we
All right.
got Dio, Chicago, Aries, event coordinator, no kids, right? I think I remember.
No kids, no kids.
And never married?
Never married. No.
So he was on the show before. I said this at the time when he first came on. Then he met someone and it wasn't his second turn. He was on the show, but she was calling in. He was just with her at the time. So let's get to it. What kind of woman are you looking for?
Someone who is cultured, preferably a black woman. But to be honest with you, I'm kind of open back to dating on black.
Say it again.
So I said preferably a black woman, but I'm a little bit open to dating non black. I've dated non black before, but I think I'm gonna open that back up again.
Tell me
Um,
why.
I don't know, man. Kendra, I've been in Chicago for 7 years now, and I haven't had as much dating issue with our people than I have in Chicago. So yeah,
Well,
I'm
let's
opening
break it
that door
down.
back.
What are some of the dating issues?
Okay, people, please don't hate me. I think it's just little stuff. So from my experience, I'll speak from my experience. From my experience, I feel that our women demand things that shouldn't be demanded. I don't mind giving, I don't mind doing. I'll give you a perfect example. I went on a date with someone recently. 5 dates. We went on an opera show on the first date. Second date, we went to theater. Third date, we went to like a play. The third day we went to a play, and we did other things after that, right? And I wanted to hang out with them a couple of days ago, and they asked me to pay for their Uber. They were like, "Oh, I don't feel like driving." I'm like, "Okay, so how you gonna get there?" They're like, "Send me a Uber." Like, that's so minor. Like, get yourself there. I pay for everything else. Get yourself there. That's so minor. And they're like, get me a Uber. So I didn't reply them. And I asked them later on, like, so you coming? And they're like, nah. So I just feel like our people, again, just my experience from dating in Chicago, I feel like our people demand so they demand so much when they're not even in that position yet. So for me, I think I'm opening it up just a little bit. Now, like I said, I prefer to date a black woman, but I'm opening it up just a little bit, like just to give me more option there because I haven't had much luck dating my skin folks in Chicago.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna respond to a person. Kylie said, "Why does Kendra try her best to downplay what black men go through?" That's actually not what I do at all. If you watch my show, I try to use this platform as an enlightening moment for all people tuning in to hear from each other. That's why I allow people who have a difference of an opinion to me to speak, because I think it's necessary that we get to hear a different perspective. See, I sit in the middle, right? So as a person that's in the middle, before this show, I only had the woman's perspective. Once my show created 5 years ago, I started getting a lot of the male perspectives, and there's times I found myself agreeing with the perspective. And in this case, I agree with you. If you took her on an opera date, I mean, because I'm assuming all those dates you said you paid
Oh,
for, right?
I covered
Right.
everything. I'll even say this to the point, and I'll say this to the point that so we went to a WNBA game. She bought me a beer, just a beer, and I was very grateful. I was like, you know what, thank you, just to show my appreciation. And I don't think I ever got that from any of the dates I ever took her to, you know. But I'm like, you can't fucking pay for Uber, like who does that?
Well,
Like,
someone said, was she an IG model girl?
no, no, she's a doctor. Yeah, she
She's
no,
a
not an IG girl. She's a
doctor?
doctor. Yep.
Okay, she's a doctor. Okay. But going back to what I was about to say is no, I feel as though there is an entitlement going on right now. And really what it was in the case that you said, because this has happened to me, because although I'm not a male, I get turned off when people feel entitled to something that I can do for them. Like, and it can be small, but if you feel entitled and you just think I should, I probably won't, and then I just kind of cut you off. So I think it was the fact that obviously you can pay for an Uber. That's
Yep.
not what this is about. It's about the gesture of you wasn't willing to just get yourself there, you know. So I understand that. So because of that, now, so you wanted to go, you're saying we got here because you were telling me you were having some of these challenges and now you want to be open-minded to other races. And dating other races, do you not have these issues
I
as much?
personally, I've never had an issue. Like I said, I grew up in Minnesota, and the reason why I never, well, the reason I would say I'm not married is because I don't know if you remember, I was in the military. So when I was in the military, I didn't want to date anybody seriously. Because and also when I was in the military, I wasn't done with college, so I needed to be done with college. I have a stable career, and I moved to Chicago 7 years ago with that. So, and being in Chicago, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna date other races. But I've tried. I've done it for 7 years. Yeah, I think I'm open back up.
Right. You know, it's interesting. I think every race has this, right? I mean, I live in Beverly Hills, California, child. Some of the richest white women, and they act entitled too. So it goes both ways. And then I know some white women who are super easy. Like sometimes I just kind of like pay attention, and they're just not. I mean, we are not all, because again, you can find women in all races that can fit different categories, right? So here's the deal. Let's stay focused. You're open to all races. That's your choice.
Yep.
I'm still going to be team black woman for you if possible. And then let's see what it does. Okay. So what are your deal breakers?
Deal breaker, entitlement, number one. Like I said, I've always told every woman I go on a date with, I said, look, reciprocity is my number one, like that's my number one um quality I look for a woman. Like if I had the money, I'll fly you to Mars. Just take me to McDonald's. That's okay with me. Like just show something,
Take
just
you to
show something.
McDonald's.
Yeah, take me to McDonald's. I'll take you to Jupiter if I could. Take me to McDonald's. Like it's just show that show that you're putting in a little bit effort as well. So I would say deal breaker. That's my number one.
But you would go
Um,
if she took you to McDonald's?
I would go. Yeah, I might even pay for it, but I would go. Like it just shows me that you care as well. Like I
Okay.
might even pay
So
for
you
it.
want to
Yeah,
go to McDonald's?
yeah, I'll go. Number two, I would say cultured. I grew up in Minnesota, but I grew up. I was born in Nigeria. I've lived in almost every part of the United States, and I've picked something from there. So the way I live my life, I don't really believe in oh, you're a black man, you can't do this, you can't do that. I don't believe in that. I believe in doing whatever, whatever makes you happy. So be cultured.
So wouldn't that be a black girl?
I'm sorry, repeat that.
So if you want a cultured woman, wouldn't that be a black woman?
No, some white women are cultured. You don't got to be black to be cultured. I don't think so. I think
Wait,
some.
there's wait. So when you say culture, you don't mean knowing about your Nigerian heritage?
No, I mean knowing like understanding different culture other than American.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, understanding different culture and how people react or how people live their life in other culture other than an American point of view.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I got you. Fair enough. Okay. Some people are saying, so someone you could take anywhere. Okay, that's true. Because I feel like that too. I need somebody that can move around in all environments. Child. We might be in the hood or we might go to the White House. But you need to know how to act in both environments.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
What else?
Third deal breaker. Let's see. Um, I'll say those two. I'll say those two. I can't think of a third one. Well, oh no, 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 I got a third one. Please, if you have kids, the last time I was here, I had people who just had who just had new babies. Like, if you have kids, they have to be over 8 years old at least. I don't mind dating a woman with a kid, but they have to be at least over 8 years old. I want your child to be able to stay at home if we decide to go out and do stuff. So yeah, I'll say that will be the third one.
Okay. And should she look a certain way?
Um, Over 5'4". Well, no, no, let me take that back. Over 5'3". At first, I said over 5'4", but I've been on dates with women over 5'3" and above. So I'll say over 5'3", athletic or curvy. No big women, athletic or curvy, and natural hair preferably. Um, yeah, I'll say yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's
Natural hair. Should she make a certain amount of money?
nah, nah. Just have some education. I'll have some education or some skills. So no high school graduates. Like have some education or some skills. And by education, I mean at least a bachelor degree or some
Okay.
trade skills.
Okay. Let's do the Kendrick here.
Okay, let me put this phone down. Hold on a second. I'm using it. I'm using someone else's car. Hope I don't get in trouble. Hold on a second. Hey man, I'm on your app by the way.
I know I found you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
well
bring
let
you
me try to
up.
save this down.
People.
Okay.
All right. Okay. We see you, sir. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We got you. So, when was your last relationship?
Last September.
Last September. You
Yeah,
don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
and we ain't talking about that.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Uh, so my friends, especially my female friends, they say my issue with relationship is I try to get the same kind of people, and I don't know why, or and I don't know how, but my female friends they say I try to talk to the same kind of people. Many people who are, well, one of my female friends says I try to date the baddies with a brokey wallet. I don't think I have a broken wallet. I just think I don't like entitlement. So
They say
um
there are people trying to date baddies with brokey wallets.
yeah, that's what my friends say, but I don't think I have a broken wallet. I just don't like entitlement. So I don't agree with that. But I'll say maybe be a little bit maybe ask a little bit more question in the beginning.
A little bit more
I
what?
try ask a little bit serious questions in the beginning, like a little bit serious questions in the beginning, because this last situation I just told you about, maybe I could have asked like, oh, in a situation where you're just dating a man, do you require him to pay for an Uber to come pick you up, or do you, stuff like that? Maybe I need to ask a little bit more serious question that I know are big flaws to me. So yeah, I would say that would be one.
So, like, these are questions you want to ask the girl in advance?
Oh yeah, no, I think I need to ask a little bit more serious questions now. I mean, it might be too much to ask right away, But I'm tired of doing a 3 month dating and then figure out it's not for me.
Ooh, okay. So if a woman says yes, I require him to give me an Uber, that would be your last date.
Oh yeah, that's a deal breaker. Yeah, especially if we just dating, that's a deal breaker. You should be able to pay for that. Like I said, I cover everything, but please, get your wallet and put something in there as well.
Ooh, ooh, ladies. So you better make sure you get that question right, child. Okay, well let's do it. Let me bring you up on the app. You're 36. Would you date a woman with kids?
Yes, I will, but they have to be at least 8 years old. But yeah, I will.
Why 8?
I think at 8 years, some of them can look at them. They can look after themselves. So I think that's a good age enough where you can leave your kid and go out for an evening without having to worry about the kids being with someone.
Okay. So let's do it. He's on, is it D1 or DL for
I
real?
think I think you see D1 for real. D1 for real.
Yeah. So his name is Dio on the Kendra G Singles dating app, but his username is D1, the number 4 real. So D14 real. This is him on the Kendra G Singles dating app. We're offering a free week. You can use the cool features as future shots. You can do this already for free. You could push the heart, the star, or send them a gift. But you can send him a message right now to jump the line and get his attention before all the other women. Do you want her to be in Chicago?
Preferably in Chicago. Last time I said no and I traveled. Last time I went to Little Rock, I went to Orlando. Yeah, I'm not traveling anymore. So I'll say preferably in Chicago.
So, okay. So you can put in Dio, but his username is D14 Real. D14 Real. He will come up, shoot your shot, ladies, and send him a message to get especially if you're in Chicago. What was the age range again?
8 years and above. If you have kids, preferably no kids, but if you have kids, 8 years and above, and
They said
one.
an 8-year-old can't stay at home by themselves.
Uh, I think they do, but maybe I'm wrong. But at least one. Yeah.
Maybe in Africa they do. You got to grow up fast in Africa. You do. All right. Well,
You
listen.
do.
I do think you're a good country. You have a lot of good qualities. You have no kids. You have a decent job. Do you want to get married? Do you want a family?
I do. And last time I told you, I want to be married before I'm 40 years old. I just turned 38,
So you got
so
to
I got two.
find your wife this year and get married next year.
Yup, I got 2 years to go. After that, yeah, I might have to do surrogacy. We'll see.
Oh, a
Oh,
surrogacy.
one more thing. One more thing. I just got a dog this year,
You
so
just
you
got
have to
what?
like dogs. I got a dog
What-
this year.
What's that?
I got a dog. I got a
Oh, you
pet. I got a dog.
got a dog.
Yeah. So you have
Okay.
to like, yeah, you have to like dogs. I don't fuck with cats, but if you like dogs, we're cool. But I don't fuck with cats.
Okay. But I want to see, are you joking? Like, let's say you don't meet a woman that you can marry in the next 2 years. You're going to do the surrogacy process to have a baby on your own?
Yeah, I've done it before. I have friends who have done it. I have two Nigerian friends, a lady and a guy who have done it. So,
And what did
um,
they do?
so the guy did surrogacy and he kept the baby. He just did surrogacy.
So
The girl,
he had a woman carry the child for him, but he became a single dad.
correct, correct.
Okay.
While the lady, she did the same thing, but she found someone and she's married now.
Oh, so she
So,
did this. She had
yeah,
the baby, and then she met a man after.
correct. Yeah, she had
Okay.
twin, and then she found someone, and she just gave birth like a couple of months ago. So yeah, I'm open to that.
Oh, so listen, ladies, you got 2 years, and he gonna do it without you. Okay. We got 2 years to find Dio, his wife, or he gonna just go ahead and have and become a father because he ain't gonna wait on y'all. All right. Again, it's D14 Real on the Kendra G Singles dating app. That's a good picture. D14 Real. But would like you to be in the Chicago area. You can also put in his name, Dio. I hope it works for you this time. I want you to come back if you are in a relationship or
Thank
you
you,
have an update. Okay.
thank you. Yeah, I figured I'll come back one more time. So yeah, I was
Yes.
like, let me come back today.
Okay. They want to know, do you have a car?
I do not drive. I live in Chicago, North Side. I do not. I have a license, but I don't have a car.
I just saw you
I take
get out of a
Uber.
car.
What'd you say?
I just saw you get out of a
Oh
car.
yeah. So a friend of mine went to Nigeria for a couple of months, and she left her car with me. So
Okay.
yeah,
So are
so yeah,
you
so I
saying
use
you
a
don't need a car because you live in Chicago?
yeah, because I live in the North Side, I don't need a car. Like I get renters and stuff, but I can afford one if I want to. But I'm not gonna buy a car in Chicago.
Okay. It's like I buy a car in Chicago. All right, there you have it. All right, well, listen, you keep me posted how it goes.
All right, thank you and happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. I know I'm still celebrating. Thank you so much. The all new Kendra G Singles dating app is available now on iPhones and Android phones. Just go to your App Store or Google Play Store and download now.